Here is a drama recap of Flee to the Ruthless Mafia Boss. I was never meant to be his, but he never let me go. The story follows Elena, who finds herself thrust into the dangerous world of Aaron, a man known as the most feared mafia king, while Aaron keeps her within his inner circle, constantly watching and protecting her. He maintains a cold distance, never touching her. This leads Elena to believe that she means nothing more to him than a captive or a shadow. However, the moment she attempts to break free and leave his world, she discovers that her assumptions were wrong, and that his feelings run far deeper than she imagined. In a world where power is measured in blood and loyalty is a rare currency, Elena finds herself trapped in a gilded cage she never asked to enter. Her life takes a dramatic turn when she is pulled into the orbit of Harun, the Mafia King, a man whose name inspires terror in the underworld and whose influence stretches into the highest corridor of power. The silent protector. Unlike the brutal stories she has heard about him, Elena's experience with Harun is defined by haunting, silent presence. He is a man of contradictions, constant vigilance. Harun keeps Elena by his side at all times, ensuring she is guarded by the most elite security. The invisible boundary. Despite his overwhelming presence, Harun maintains a strict, icy distance. He watches her every move and protects her from external threats with ruthless efficiency. Yet, he never lays a finger on her. The illusion of indifference. Living in this state of protected isolation, Elena begins to wither to her. Harun's refusal to touch her or speak of his intentions is a sign of her own insignificance. She feels herself as a mere trophy or a strategic piece on a chessboard. A woman kept close, not out of affection, but out of cold necessity, convinced that she is nothing more than a ghost in his palatial home. Elena decides she cannot live as a prisoner to a man who seems to barely acknowledge her humanity. The breaking point, driven by a desperate need for freedom and a life of her own, Elena orchestrates a plan to flee. She believes that because she means nothing to the Mafia King, her disappearance would be a minor inconvenience at best. However, the moment she steps out from under his shadow, the mask of the ruthless boss cracks. Elena quickly realizes that Aaron's coldness wasn't a sign of indifference, but a form of intense, perhaps even obsessive, restraint. As the chase begins, the true nature of their connection is revealed. Enemies to lovers. The friction between her desires for independence and his need for control sparks a volatile chemistry. Rags to rich. Elena must navigate the jarring transition from her previous life to the overwhelming wealth and peril of the mafia elite. As Aaron's hunts her down, Elena is forced to confront a terrifying truth. She was never just a guest or a captive. In the eyes of the most feared man in the city, she was always the prize he was most afraid to lose. Thanks for watching my video.